everybody. I hope you're all doing well wherever you are. I'm still in Vancouver and enjoying the time with my family. I'm looking forward to being back in Berlin and in Europe in a couple of weeks. So, I hope you enjoyed my Facebook Lives from the previous week. This, as I mentioned, I was working on topics that for me are like the pre work to making miracles. So, for me, in order to make miracles, it, we need to be connected to ourselves. And this relationship with ourselves, for me, is the most powerful place that we create from. It's where we figure out who we are, who we want to be, and how we want to get out into the world. So, my previous Facebook lives have been about connecting with ourselves, how to know and value our core values, and the practice of also connecting with ourselves, how to sit with ourselves. So this week, the theme is alignment. And when we're in alignment with ourselves, our thoughts, our words, and our actions are all in alignment. And what I mean by that is when these three elements for me are not in alignment, it's like our energy is so spread out. We're all over the place and we're losing energy. And in the opposite of that, when these three elements are in alignment, it's like this perfect sacred space down the middle of ourselves where everything lines up, and it's like this beautiful place that we can work from to create, to connect to ourselves and to create from. And I'm going to use myself as an example. For me, it's kind of the best example. If you go onto my website and look at my About Me page, I talk a lot about how I was really sabotaging myself for so many years, for 35 years in fact. And I was working really hard towards my goals as a dancer. Like I was putting on shows in London. I was collaborating with really wonderful people. I was dancing for great choreographers. I was putting on pretty cool work. But there was always this voice in the back of my head that was always, you're not good enough. You're not going to make it. Everybody else is better than you. You're never going to look like them. And I would just literally spend every minute of every day beating myself up. It was like this broken record that just kept going on and on. And that wasn't serving me because my thoughts had an impact on my actions. Now, in my body, when I go to these places of fear and distraction, literally my joints don't line up properly. So I feel like I'm falling apart within my own body. And then the impact in the rest of my external life is I wasn't achieving my goals, my passion that I've had ever since I was 3 years old. So I was not able to accomplish what I wanted. And I was also attracting situations that reinforced how I felt about myself. You know, our thoughts are vibrations and they are powerful. I've spent, especially over the past couple of years, realizing how powerful our thoughts are and how we have the power to choose what we think. We're not at the mercy of what they call this monkey mind. I'll get into this in another video, but simply to say how powerful are our thoughts and the impact they have on our words and our actions. So the first thing to do is to become aware of your thoughts. Be the detached observer and look at what's going on in your mind, and ask yourself, how can I choose a thought that is of better service to me? Is this thought of service to me? And having these more positive thoughts, I don't believe we always have to have positive thoughts, in the sense we need to go through an emotional journey. But in the end, choosing to have the more positive thoughts does help us towards achieving our goals, because we have more confidence, we have more energy, we have more motivation, we can see more possibilities. So it's really a step-by-step, every moment of every day, just looking at the quality of our thoughts, choosing thoughts that are of more service to us, which will ultimately help us every day in our lives, both as the person that we want to be and in reaching our goals. So I hope that helps. I'm going to come back tomorrow. And the exercise is just to be aware of your thoughts. You don't even need to worry about changing anything. Just be aware. I'll come back tomorrow with some more tips on how to choose thoughts that are of better service to you. And please put in the comments below what you think. I would love to hear your feedback. If anybody is interested in coaching, this is a huge part of the work that I do. Looking at the thoughts that are serving us, how to change the way the thoughts we choose to have, which eventually changes the way we think. So please do get in touch. I would love to hear from you. And if you go onto my website, you can also sign on to my newsletter. I sent out my first newsletter yesterday, and I've had some great responses. So thank you everybody for being in touch about that. And that's going to continue. So please continue